Hi, Ezra 94.1 Ezra TV. Over joining. What do you make of a year kind of Ofori-Atta? You declare wanted 0531-455-105. Now I am part of the discussion. Now, much about a letter. So Mike, there is a letter from a year office of the special prosecutor. Okay. The back and forth communication or the buyer with Kisie Jabing in relations to Ken Ofori-Atta as to Ebra no Moshusheno. Now, this letter is dated on the 5th of February. Kenneth Kuntunkrunku Ofori-Atta, and in reference to direction to attend the office of the special prosecutor. That means that nobody can ascend them. Say they want to meet him. Yeah. Now, Ofori-Atta had to write through the legal team by Ninka Primo Osebunsu Bruce, Catherine and partners. And this letter was on the 7th of February. Okay. But answer, this is the office of the special prosecutor. Okay. Was said by a letter dated on 24th of January. And that means earlier, now Omadi Kain Afrem said they want to meet him. Yes. And Ofori-Atta might have given excuse. Said he was out of the jurisdiction. Yes. And the lawyers ever get in touch. Now the letter says the office of the special prosecutor has commenced investigation in suspected corruption and corruption related offenses regarding 4 cases in respect of which the OSP considers you as a suspect. Further, you were directed to attend. That means already nobody can friend us on your day. In person. Yeah. The office OSP at the blah 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 Avenue South Range on Monday, February 10th, 2025 at 10 a.m. Now, by a letter dated 31st January. So, Omotron 24th. Therefore, Tiem Commodity you. Omotron Ken Ofori-Atta 24th. Yeah. And one of the crata, every almost 31st say, Oma, through the law firm, say, Oma, na oniha otupain, that you were out of the jurisdiction indefinitely. Chen yo, were 12 Chrome ha, Sini die.
Out of jurisdiction
indefinitely.
Free have
Onimu dampa obeba Ghana.
The reason is that also yari
masa. Yes, happens. We are now control about the finance minister near you. Ebisa someone we say undi chroma indefinitely. No what be that?
Ah, anti be that reverend. Me yari o. Because I'm yari. Me akasa me doctor.
Ezra.
And the auntie was doctor be me. Everybody claim me say Mike go back and obey me aba. So until then no on to me nkasa ne ana o chana bagana. That is Ofori-Atta side.
Can obi bet my yare abra onim da obeba.
Ezra 94.1.
Now about no tie. Me hon fa me. Me ko state akwa me yare. I am not a medical doctor. Me condition no mean to say me ye safe or not. Ya Ghana ha. And I mean kai tie for yaw. John Ampontua Kuma. Ne won fa no. No kwa no yare. Na nkrofo bi ka cha ne say ye be di Independence Day.
Njomra.
Etinchinchina bra. Oba ya na de be see ye no.
But now read the last paragraph. The OSP declines your request to be away from the jurisdiction indefinitely on medical grounds. On your say so, you are directed to indicate by close of business on Monday, 10th February, a reasonable date of your return to the jurisdiction and attendance at the OSP. If you fail to do so, OSP will take all the necessary legal steps to secure your return to the jurisdiction and attendance at OSP at our own choosing. So my yemfa a letter from the medical doctors, Ofori-Atta doctors. MC Aberu that letter.
Thank you.
Can Ofori-Atta doctors etrokrata ne by. Ede confirming Ofori-Atta's confirming Ofori-Atta's sickness. Sir, indeed, or attended to medical. But it's very interesting. With your doctors now. Now we Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Rockstar, Minnesota. On a hospital no.
Okay.
Now, Mr. Ken and Ofori-Atta. Ken, 38 NDA site on Laboni, Brabra, Ghana, and address none. To whom it may be concerned. Hello, Madam, or dear sir. Mr. Ken Nana Yao Ofori-Atta has been seen and evaluated at Mayo Clinic in Rochester. His medical condition necessitated that he will stay and follow up on his appointment and undergoing further testing and management, including possible surgical intervention in March 2025. Mm-hmm. Please contact me with any further questions. Sincerely, Ahmed Abdurrahim, medical doctor, section of international medicine in Rochester, Minnesota. And no letter, no additional receipt. The medical doctors Ediaba, but then at Mayo Clinic. Now let's search for Mayo Clinics. Sir Mike, enti where the doctors Ediaba? Almost say almost no. Till the tone of letter ni you. Almost can Ofori-Atta. No almost share ni we and almost jan ho or discharge no. Till ye pow. Na Oma Kachen say on Kronim for further review, any testing, and a management. Now, here you cry, in the month of March, on bed operation. But Oma can say and say, can Ofori-Atta the Hebrew, ye piano, our hospital, yes, and I can say, yes, and I can say, yet Kisi Jabi.
It was an inquiry at 4:16 p.m. the very next day. It is yesterday, Tuesday, 11 February 2025. Before we could respond to the letter that came on Monday, the OSP received another letter from Mr. Ofori-Atta's lawyers. This time, it was an inquiry. Mr. Ofori-Atta's lawyers, Ghana Limited, and the Ghana Revenue Authority, for the stated objective of the enhancement of revenue assurance in the downstream petroleum sector, upstream petroleum production, and minerals and metals resources value chain. 2. Termination of a distribution, loss reduction, and associated network improvement project contract between the Electricity Company of Ghana Limited and Beijing Xiaochen Technology BXC. 3. Procurement of contractors and materials and activities and payments in respect of the National Cathedral project. 4. Activities and payments in respect of a contract awarded by the Ministry of Health, initially commenced by the Ministry for Special Development Initiatives to Service Ghana Auto Group Limited for purchases and after-sales service and maintenance of 307 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter 305 CDI ambulances for the National Ambulance Service. And 5. Payments out of and utilization of the tax refund account of Ghana Revenue Authority. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, the fugitive's name is Kenneth Nanaya Ofori-Atta. Mr. Ofori-Atta is 66 years old. He was the Minister of Finance of the Republic between 2017 and 2024. Mr. Ofori-Atta left the jurisdiction on or around 2 January 2025. On 24 January 2025, the OSP communicated to Mr. Ofori-Atta that the OSP considered him a suspect in respect of 4 of the cases described above. Mr. Ofori-Atta was directed to attend in person the OSP on Monday, 10 February 2025 at 10 GMT for interview. By communication dated 31 January 2025, Mr. Ofori-Atta instructed his lawyers to inform the OSP that he was out of the jurisdiction indefinitely on medical grounds, and that the firm will notify the OSP of his arrival in the country in aid of rescheduling his personal attendance at the OSP. Further, the firm offered its willingness to provide the OSP with any information the OSP may require to aid in the investigation until his arrival in the country. Then on 5 February 2025, the OSP responded to Mr. Ofori-Atta, copied to his lawyers, that the OSP did not need or require notification from his lawyers of his arrival in the jurisdiction. The OSP acknowledged Mr. Ofori-Atta's lawyers' gracious offer to provide the OSP with information in aid of the investigation. However, and this is important, the OSP insisted that Mr. Ofori-Atta's personal attendance at the OSP was required. After all, the lawyers are not under investigation. I don't need lawyers to answer questions on your behalf when you are being investigated. The OSP declined Mr. Ofori-Atta's request to be away from the jurisdiction indefinitely on medical grounds on his say-so. Consequently, the OSP directed Mr. Ofori-Atta to indicate by close of business on Monday, 10 February 2025, a reasonable date of his return to the jurisdiction and attendance at the OSP. The OSP warned Mr. Ofori-Atta that if he failed so to do, the OSP would take all necessary legal steps to secure his return to the jurisdiction and attendance at the OSP at our own choosing. Subsequently, by a communication dated 10 February 2025, that is just Monday, Mr. Ofori-Atta's lawyers transmitted to the OSP a generic letter procured by Mr. Ofori-Atta purporting to be from a doctor in a foreign jurisdiction, stating that Mr. Ofori-Atta had been seen and evaluated, and that he was undergoing further testing and management and possible surgical intervention at an indicated future time. And further, that his medical condition necessitates that he will stay and follow up on his appointments.
The OSP has declared Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta as a fugitive. As a fugitive. Mr. Speaker, in our local language, fugitive, in our local language, it means that wadenwa kamura. Wadenwa kamura. Or, to put it simply, wajibam. 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 Or in the Hausa language, otilo. Otilo. Or to put it in a more simpler way, yagudu. It's as simple as that, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we should not be afraid of accountability.